right, here she is, next weather meteorologist Lissette Gonzalez joining us. What we can expect, Lissette.
Yeah, and you know what? Good afternoon. As we're taking on our Tuesday together here, we're going to see storms moving to the west coast. So that is going to be the deal for today. However, heading into tomorrow, there will be a change as we're going to see a little shift in the wind flow out of the east. It'll be lighter, and then eventually the winds will actually be veering out of the southwest, and that is going to also heat us up. Highs will be climbing to the low 90s once again, and it's going to feel like the hundreds as we head into the weekend. But these folks have the right idea. They're out on the beach here, Windjammer Resort camera, just hopping in the ocean, trying to beat the heat that way because it is still warm out there, just not as warm as it's going to be. 85 degrees in Miami right now, 86 in Fort Lauderdale, 88 in Key West. Notice how it feels like 88 in Miami, feels like 91 in Fort Lauderdale, feels like 97 degrees in Key West. So make sure you're staying hydrated. I think the Keys will be the hottest spots today, as already we're seeing those temperatures rising to the mid to upper 80s, and feels like temperatures not too bad in Miami, but it does feel like 94 in Pembroke Pines, 93 in Kendall, feels like 95 in Marathon. We're dry for now, and there you see that wind, which is mainly out of the east northeast, 513 miles an hour, and there's just a low risk of rip currents today at the beach, so it is okay to be out in the water. UV index is extreme, and the water temperature is warm in the mid 80s. If you're boating, no alerts for the Atlantic waters. Winds east northeast 5 to 10 knots, seas running 2 feet or less, a light chop on the bays. For the Florida Keys, no alerts, winds east 10 to 15 knots, seas 1 to 2. So there you see that pattern for us today, limiting the coverage on our coast. Storms being steered towards the west and staying on the mild side, or at least seasonable for this time of year. As the wind out of the east begins to weaken tomorrow, that means some of the storms will be able to make their way towards the east coast metro areas, and then here comes that southwesterly flow over the land, which also will heat us up in addition to pushing those storms towards the east coast metro areas, and that pattern will persist late week and through the weekend. A little bit of that rainy season pattern going on. For today, though, it's looking quiet for us, but take a look at all the action over the Everglades in the afternoon, and then towards the evening, the Gulf Coast. Tomorrow morning, now the rain tracker is showing we may wake up to some rain, and not to worry, we'll be tracking it for you. And heading into the afternoon, spotty storms. That's still most of the action will be inland, and Thursday, though, we are going to see more storms around, some heavy downpours possible as we head throughout the day. And looking at the tropics, it is quiet over the next 7 days. Cyclone development not expected, but our rain chance will be higher along with our temperatures as the heat is on, with those highs in the 90s. Going to feel like summer this weekend.